Hi, my name is Madhav PVL, and I am doing my master's in business analytics at Arizona State University. And today I'm going to talk about the importance of hyperparameter tuning and cross validation and classifiers with a real world example and a data set. So let's get started. And basically, the problem statement which I had just taken was the fraud detection in insurance claims. So basically, we just see like most of the cases where there will be fraud in the insurance claims, where even if nothing has happened, they just claim the insurance. So I just found some data where it was just given with some features, around 31 features, and it was of 15,900 insurance claims. And the features includes month, area, age, vehicle price, policy details, and yeah. So and they also indicated the fraud, like even if the fraud has happened or not. So yeah, so the challenges which I had just faced with that is nothing but fraud is actually hard to detect without overfitting. So basically, let's get started. So this is all about the data set and the problem which I had just taken now. And then what is hyperparameter tuning? So hyperparameter tuning is nothing but it will just check all the possible combinations out of a machine learning model. So it's like it will just check for multiple combinations, and then it will just make a best configuration out of those hyperparameters. So basically hyperparameter, it's yeah, so that's the thing. And also, like, it also controls the aspects of the model learning, like the tree depth in a decision tree or number of estimators in a random forest. So basically, with the help of this hyperparameter tuning, it optimizes the performance, and also the overfitting or underfitting cannot be done. Like, it's basically, if the performance is optimized, then it would all be good. And then if we just talk about the classifiers, here I had used the decision tree and the random forest. So decision tree is nothing but it is used for the purpose of visualization mostly, and also the classification can also be done, because with the help of this we can easily find out the importance of the features, and then we can also easily visualize the complex data sets with the help of a decision tree classifier. And whereas random forest classifier, it is nothing but with the help of multiple decision trees we can improve the accuracy and the stability. It will also help us in reducing the overfitting. So that's the reason the decision tree and the random forest I had considered these two classifiers. And then tuning. So basically the tuning method, I had just chosen the random search, grid search, and base search, Bayesian optimization. So basically, random search is nothing but it will just pick up some things, some random values in between the between the data sets, and it will just make a cross validation. So cross validation is nothing but the data set gets split into some particular chunks of data, and then it will just try to look into the redundancy, or is there any noise or some unusual data, which helps us in creating a good model. And grid search is nothing but it will tell all the combinations of the hyperparameters in a specific grid. And base search is one of the intelligent search which is used for, like, it will just guess the next set of hyperparameters with the help of a present one. So yeah, so these are the tuning methods which I had used it. So hyperparameter is nothing but I had set in the previous one, but in the base search it uses it, because of its intelligence, it will just find out a next set of hyperparameters. Yeah. So and the next one is hyperparameters for tuning. So basically, as I'd used it, this three searches, and with the help of the cross validation, I'm just making the overfitting reduced, and we are just generalizing the whole data. And then because of this random search, like, if there were more number of features, as I had said before, as there are 30 features, basically it's efficient if we just use for a huge number of features. And then even the grid search is very similar. Like, If you just use it for the bigger purpose, then it may be a bit expensive, like if it's having a more number of features. And then Bayesian optimization is obviously an expensive one, but it just needs some prior data, prior hyperparameters, so that it can make some intelligent thinking and for the future hyperparameters. And then these are the best parameters for each search. So with the decision tree and the random forest, like by using grid search, I'd got a best parameter as max depth of 10, minimum sample split as 5, criterion is Gini. And these are some of the visualizations I just want to show you. So grid search extensively explored predefined parameter combinations, while as Bayesian search uses probabilistic approaches to identify promising configurations more quickly. As I said before, Bayesian search is nothing but it just needs some already existing data so that it can just create some uh, uh, other hyperparameters with its intelligence, and these are the best parameters which I had got from each search. And this is nothing but the comparison of the tuned models which I had just got. So that when we use a logistic regression, we got this much accuracy, and by decision tree with this, and random forest is this, SVM is this, KNE, KNN is this. So this is nothing but like these were all similar, but random forest performed well. And then the conclusion which I just wanted to say is nothing but if we need to just check for the fraud detections, we need to do some random searches in between them, and we also should have a proper visualization of what is going on, because if we were unable to find out a particular solution for this fraud detection, because if the person is particular belonging to this place, or if he's having some particular salary, or if that person belongs to this vehicle category, or if we just make a map out of it, so that we can just come to a conclusion that this kind of a map can just create a fraud, or this kind of a map doesn't create a fraud. So that's the reason we are just using the random forest and some other things, so that we can just accurately just tell what is happening over there. And yeah, so that's all about it, and thank you.